Pound for Pound Sports Entertainment. Hit the like button, comment below, share, do all of that right now. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button right now. We got Blair the Flair Cobbs in the building. What's going on, man?
What's up? What's up, you guys? Doing great. I'm doing great. Pound for Pound Sports Entertainment. What's good?
Yes, sir. Now, we got a fight coming up, big fight, May 31st. Adrien Broner. Explain to the people like what they can expect from that type of fight right there.
Adrien Broner. Adrien Broner is still a problem. Adrien Broner is still young, still talented, and still packs an incredible punch. He's incredibly calculative with counter punches, and he's got one more chance to reclaim his true greatness. And what better way to reclaim his true greatness than the biggest test of his fighting career, fighting Blair the Flair. Blair the Flair, young, hungry, and ready for action. It's looking like what you're going to be seeing and what you're going to be looking forward to is an amazing fight between two top competitors and two of the very, very best entertainers in boxing. This is something that's never happened in boxing history. The only thing that comes close to this particular fight is Floyd Mayweather versus Conor McGregor. That was two entertainers, not boxers, but entertainers in the sport of boxing that put on a big show and a big performance inside and outside the ring. That is what you look forward to seeing when you have Blair the Flair, a big entertainer, a big voice, a big head and a big mouth, versus Adrien Broner that has every single thing else, has the exact same thing, the big personality, big persona, and look, this is two of the very best in the weight class, so we're looking at very, very big competition.
What weight class you guys fighting in this? Is it catch weight, 147?
147.
Okay. It's Don King. How did you end up signing with Don King? Like, explain to the people how that came about.
Well, Broner's people contact me, talk about they want to make the fight happen. Okay, I'm like, look, if you want to make the fight happen, they said, look, if you want to make the fight happen, let's talk about possibly doing something with Don King. I looked at Don King and I'm like, you know what? Nobody has a better resume than Don King. Let's see what we can get going. We're bringing Don King back into the fold in boxing, and what better way than with Blair the Flair, the most exciting man in boxing.
Absolutely. Is this a one fight deal, a multiple fight deal?
It's a multi-fight deal, but hey, the thing is this: we win this fight, look impressive. This is just on my end. Win this fight, look impressive, captivate a title, because there's no other fights out there for boxing in the welterweight division that deserves a title than this one. And we can captivate a title and we move on to bigger and better, exciting fights. You know, possibly a rematch, possibly. And this is out there. We have a lot of big names and a lot of big things that could be happening in the sport of boxing, but we need to make it happen right now. Boxing needs us. We have a goddamn fight with Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. You should be ashamed of yourself, boxing. So now it's time to get up and start making something happen.
Absolutely. What do you think the boxing world would say if Blair the Flair stops Adrien Broner?
That would be an amazing accomplishment. First of all, Adrien Broner's never been stopped before. Adrien Broner's never been stopped before. I believe it's possible. And I'm going out there to show up and show out and impress and stop this man. That would be something. Look, Adrien Broner, it was only 2019 when Adrien Broner fought Manny Pacquiao. He fought some of the very best that boxing has to offer in many weight classes and in many different generations. What we have right now is a clash between Blair the Flair and Adrien Broner, and Broner is packing a big weapon and a big chin. So let's see what happens. You know, regardless, it's going to be an exciting fight. I look forward to dazzling the audience once more.
So why not take a tune-up instead of just going straight into an Adrien Broner fight? Because I know you've been out the ring for a minute.
You know what, man? Sometimes it's good to just make this a fucking tune-up. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? With a great camp, a great trainer, and all the people that's backing me at 100% and pushing my bike to 100%. I don't need a tune-up. What I need is a fight, and the best fight possible is Adrien Broner. It's a big money win. You know what I mean? It's a big $1 million win. You know what I mean? I want to put the fans, the boxing fans in the driver's seat of this fight, so they actually see everything of how it is to be and what it's like to be a real fighter. This is not a YouTuber. This is not a kid that just got money from his father and blew up easy. You know what I mean? And handpicked their way all the way up to the top. This is boxing at its true essence. The underdog, the true undertaker of the boxing world in the welterweight division, the toughest division that there is.
Mm-hmm.
Let's make this happen, and let's make this thing bigger than what Canelo could bring. You know what I mean? Because we're still sitting here wondering if Canelo's going to fucking fight Benavidez. It's not happening. So what's going to happen is that Flair needs to take over and take the show. It's either Adrien Broner or Flair. Either one needs to take the show over of boxing and keep boxing alive. We need entertainers in boxing and not just political figures that just tippy toe around big fights and big events and playing the business game instead of the fighting game.
Mm-hmm. I seen you. You said you wanted to have this fight in Vegas. If not Vegas, where else would you be open to having this fight at?
I like Vegas. I like Miami, or like maybe Saudi Arabia, somewhere that like you know what I mean. That like it's either somebody's paying for this fight and we're gonna have it there, like in somewhere, or or I want the whole world to see this fight. You know what I mean? I want the people to show up in attendance. I want a multi-diverse crowd of youth and of cultures and youth,
Mm-hmm.
you know, of age. I want it to be an event that is so spectacular that draws boxing back into its true essence. The thing is, we haven't had that in a very very long time, you know, and I want to do it. I want to do bigger. I want to do better.
Mm-hmm.
I want to push it farther than a 24-hour video or a fight 360 video. I want to push it farther and push the envelope farther. You know,
Mm-hmm.
because right now is the time. There's never been a better time.
Absolutely. What do you think about Adrien Broner's last performance against? I think it was Hutchinson. What do you think about that?
I don't know. I thought the tune-up was a little bit laughable because like who that dude was. Like you're like, look, he just fought his lawyer or something. Like I didn't know who the fuck that was. You know what I mean? Obviously, Broner ran through him. You know what I mean? Like a freight train. Um, I don't know what else to think about it because I actually did not watch that fight.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I did not watch that fight. It wasn't worth seeing like this fight. What me and him would be worth seeing. Adrien Broner is not a fighter that like should be dealing with nonsense fights that are meaningless. He's the kind of fighter that needs to be in there with somebody, just like Flair needs to be in there with somebody. And when you have the elements, the right elements, involved in boxing when it comes to promotional content, and also public figures, and like the most valuable thing is star quality personas. You got something special that boxing needs.
Mm-hmm.
Boxing needs this.
Absolutely.